you here. My name is Jennifer. I'm a full-time data analyst and analytics engineer and a full-time IT baddie. And on this channel, we do everything tech related from lifestyle to vlogs and to information, obviously. So if you like what you see in here, don't forget to subscribe, do all the nice things like, and I will see you for today's lesson. So guys, I actually really wanted to go a little bit more in depth into some of the certifications that I have done. So I currently hold 4 certifications, which is the AI Fundamentals from Microsoft, also known as the AI 900. I also have the PL300, which is a Power BI Data Analyst certification from Microsoft. I also have the DP-600, which is the Fabrics Analytics Engineer certification. And now finally, I do have the DP-700, also known as the Fabrics Data Engineering certification. And if you know me, I am all about doing certifications because I do think that it helps your job prospects in IT. Get into how like Microsoft certifications specifically work because those are the certifications that I normally write. But feel free to write AWS, Snowflake, Google, and there's also DBT that is becoming quite popular. But if you feel like you want to write certifications from other tech companies, feel free to do so. I just love Microsoft because they give discounts throughout the whole year and they're very passionate about upskilling Africans. So there are many initiatives where Microsoft actually hands out free certifications for doing specific courses or challenges. So I do find it to be more affordable, especially with a lot of people that won't be able to pay the 1,000 rand needed to to write the certification. Sometimes like you can get it for free because Microsoft is sponsoring via different programs. Like I know Yes Skills does it, and also Namisa has done it. Microsoft themselves just post challenges like throughout the course of the year. So if you are a student or if you are somebody who's currently unemployed and you're looking to upskill to make your CV look nice, just like take into consideration some of these tech companies like Microsoft, for example, do offer free certifications throughout the course of the year that you can use to upskill yourself. So now, the whole point of you doing a certification actually is to, number one, show that you understand theoretically the job that you are applying for. For example, if you do a data analyst certification with Power BI, you're basically going to learn all the theoretical skills that you will be using in your job. Hence why it's very popular amongst recruiters and hiring managers to see certain people do certifications, because not only does it show that you actually have the theoretical knowledge of Microsoft systems, but you also know what it means to be a data analyst. Because one thing that I do like about Microsoft certifications, now that I've done like quite a few, which is 4, is that they don't only just train you on their on their their product specifically. So they will train you on like what it means to be a data analyst, how you think like a data analyst, or how you will think like an analytics engineer, how you will think like a data engineer, so that you don't get limited to only applying to companies that use Microsoft. Because for example, I have applied to many companies that don't make use of Microsoft products, but because of the knowledge that I have learned from like the analytics engineering certifications, data analyst certifications, and also the data engineering certifications, all those concepts apply to different companies. So I'm not necessarily restricted to applying to companies that have Microsoft products only. That is what I love about Microsoft certification. So don't feel like if you're going to do a Microsoft certification, you only need to apply to those specific companies that have Microsoft products, because they will teach you like, yes, how to use their products, but they will also teach you enough flexible skills to use it in any different products, like maybe AWS systems or Google reporting systems or any other like different systems like Tableau and all of that. Say that studying for any Microsoft certification does become quite difficult, because like a lot, like especially if you are a person that isn't actively working, it is very difficult to kind of like understand how practically certain things work if you're studying all the theory on Microsoft Learn, or probably using exam dumps that you can see online. So what I usually do for that is to find a lot of YouTubers, which I will also list on this video, which actually help with showing the practical side of things. So I have like an image of like what is going on practically, so that like it kind of sticks for me. So I found that that's one way that like you can also pass the Microsoft certifications relatively easy, is if like you have theory knowledge but you're also able to practically see what's going on. So obviously like I do have work experience, so it does help that like yeah, I have been able to tinker around with it using the company resources that I get. But if you do not work currently, make sure to follow YouTubers that actually show you the practical side of things so that it sticks perfectly. Another thing that I think helps when it comes to passing a Microsoft exam is also kind of understanding how they structure their questions in the actual examination room. So what I like to do is usually practice with exam dumps or examinations that I would get from Udemy. Obviously, I will paste it throughout this whole video, what you can use as practice. But beware, if you're using exam dumps from the internet, some of the answers may not always be accurate. But what's important here is for you to understand how Microsoft likes to ask their questions so that you can start like thinking like you would in the examination room, if that makes sense. But also bear in mind that on Microsoft Learn, Microsoft does also have their own practice test, which should be able to assist you in terms of like preparing you for any Microsoft certification exam. In terms of writing the exam, Microsoft does collaborate with Pearson. So Pearson has like facilities where you can either write online in the comfort of your own home, or you can actually write in one of their test centers if they are nearby you. And they do have it across the country actually. So if you do feel like maybe you want to write at home, you can set it up like you should make sure that you have good Wi-Fi though, because if you do not have good Wi-Fi and there's distracting noise, they can actually disqualify you if you have too much going on at home. That's why I prefer to actually go to like test centers, because it is a controlled environment. They make sure that there's no distractions, and it's just easier that way, because if anything goes wrong at a test center, they're more likely to be more lenient and give you more time or reschedule you for another day or something. But personally, my preference is to always book at a test center, maybe a few weeks prior to my exam, and then pitch on the day. I have noticed that Microsoft does, Pearson does love to give time slots between 9 to 5. So I don't think they do the nighttime exams time slots, but not from what I've seen, because when I've tried to book in the nighttime, I've never really seen availability. And again, the purpose of you learning or doing certifications is, number one, to increase your visibility in the job market. Because like I've mentioned previously in some of my other videos, is that as soon as I do a certification and post it on my LinkedIn, put it on my CV, it becomes really attractive for hiring managers and also recruiters, because sometimes companies do need you to train on certifications first before they consider you for some of these job applications. So it usually increases my job prospects, and also especially with search engine optimization, once they see that I have like the DP-700, the DP-600, PL300, I am more likely to get an interview, especially from LinkedIn, because a lot of recruiters have approached me on LinkedIn simply because of certain certifications that I have, kind of increasing my credibility. That's why I'll always brag about certifications, because for me, it has always helped. And if you are currently working, it does also help increase your prospects for getting a promotion or getting bonuses, because it is seen as you trying to upskill yourself and grow yourself within a specific company. And I think that is where I'm going to end it now. I know that this one is a bit more lengthy than my usual videos, but I figured I would get all the information that I wanted to, so that you're not confused. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. And don't forget that your homework is to like, subscribe, share, and do all of the nice things. And I shall see you for the next lesson.